Oh, my.
I think that's fair, don't you? You've been playing music since the 60s.
1959, I started playing professionally.
Isn't that amazing? Did you grow up in the family with the guitar? Was music always there?
Not with the guitar, but always with music. My mother was an organist and choir leader and played classical music. My dad had played by ear all of his life. He actually played piano for Amy Semple McPherson in one of her early
Oh, so there's religious overtones here, too.
I suppose.
The first song you ever wrote, You Were On My Mind, which, of course, I remember the Wee 5 version of that. You Were On My Mind. Where'd it come from?
Well, Lord only knows where the first song comes from.
Yeah.
You sort of know where the rest come from because they're a lot harder work. But I was living in New York City, and everybody that I knew was writing songs, and some of them I thought, gee, if they can do it, I can do it. And that was what I came up with. I sort of thought of it as kind of a gospel-y feel, but I was playing the auto harp at the time, so that kind of defined it.
What the music was. Were you playing with Ian Tyson at that point?
Yes, I was.
You were part of that.
Yeah.
When you two broke up professionally and personally, did you ever fear for a moment that there wouldn't be a Sylvia Tyson by yourself?
I didn't. One of the problems that I faced is that Ian had always pretty well been the spokesperson for the group, and I don't think that people knew anything about me except as half of Ian and Sylvia. So a good friend of mine, Larry LeBlanc, and I got together, and he was a publicist at that point, and we made a concerted campaign to let people know that I was alive and well, and it was very successful.
We're very glad you did that. The experiences you've had, though, I mean, playing with Dylan and Emmylou Harris and Judy Collins and, Anne Murray, I mean, there isn't anybody really in the musical world that you haven't connected with, and now this.
Well, this is just so much fun because, we're all equals in the group. We're all songwriters.
Yeah.
The group is really about voices and songs. Yeah. And that's what we're all about, too. I mean, it's...
Because you all have your independent careers, and you do things and make your own music, and you do television shows and write books and all the rest of it, and then you come together for this.
Yes. Yes, we all look at it as kind of a separate but equal career.
Yeah. Is that process different? I mean, do the women bring songs or music or ideas to the table and say, is this for us, or do you all know what a quartet sound is as opposed to a Sylvia Tyson sound?
Well, it's chillingly democratic in that each of us will bring 4 or 5 songs to the table if we're going to do an album. And then we ruthlessly decide which ones will actually be on the album. And it doesn't have to do with whether they're good songs or not. It has to do with whether they work in the context of quartet.
And do you have to reach unanimity?
Oh, absolutely.
Gosh, maybe we should send you to Ottawa to see if you can solve these problems, or the Middle East. You've got a son, too, that's also in the music business.
Yes, Clay's just finished recording his first album. Danny Greenspoon, who produced our album, also has produced his album, and I'm so proud of him, I can't tell you. It's really good.
Do you believe that this is genetic?
I think, well, it probably
or environmental?
It's probably both.
Yeah.
I think that he'd have to be predisposed toward music. But obviously he heard a lot of music growing up, and it all had an effect on him.
Because it's the same for you.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, both my parents were musical.
Yeah. We're going to take a listen to a song that you recorded on your own, just a brief little bit. I Walk These Rails, and now you've talked the group into doing it too. What's this about, and why did it work as a foursome?
It's a great song for harmony. Shirley Eichert and I wrote it, and she really wrote it about a period of time. She was living in a small town in northern Ontario, and saw all of these young girls with babies that were barely kids, really kids themselves, and really wanted to write something about it. So she came to me with the idea and the melody, and I wrote the lyrics.
Let's take a little listen to Sylvia Tyson singing I Walk These Rails. This is the solo version.
I walk these rails every morning. I walk these rails all of my love.
Where is your voice? Where is that range?
Well, I think it gets a little lower every year. I'm sort of a baritone now. But it's really fun with quartet for me because I get to sing all the bass parts.
Yeah. And the harmony is so amazing. But you had to be kind of
careful
of, I think, what you describe as the chipmunk phenomenon.
Yes.
Not getting into too much of that.
Well, if it gets too high, it starts to get a bit of that chipmunk quality. That and as much as we've enjoyed barbershop groups, we try to avoid that as well, because we want the sound to be distinctive and not like something else.
Yeah. Now, Colleen, this album is dedicated to Colleen Peterson.
Yes, it is.
Who lost her battle to cancer. Gwen Swick moved in and sort of stepped up to the microphone. Does it really fundamentally change when you lose one key member?
I think that when a major change happens, it's always different. It might be better, it might be equally good, it's not going to be worse.
Yeah.
Because you always look for someone who is equal to the job. And Colleen was thrilled that Gwen was able to do it.
Because they were friends, too.
They were friends, yeah.
We're going to take a little listen to the original quartet group as we go to this break. When we come back, the new 1999 version of Quartet and their latest album, The Beauty of the Day. Stay with us.
Oh, God, this is love in my